Hello, this is the extended of the TikTok reading. The signs, the symbolism, the energy is Jessica Rabbit. The elements, the predominant elements of your natal chart, looking into your scorpionic energy, dark divine feminine energy, recalibration, experiencing a new part of yourself. So there's a lot of purity, innocence, maybe a little bit of naivety coming through. So yeah, that is the energy. If you align with that energy, welcome to your reading. It is Psyche Kai here. Just like the first part on TikTok, there's the Four of Swords, Six of Swords energy. We have the Tower 16 ruled by Mars, the Hangman 12 ruled by Neptune, the Judgment card ruled by Pluto. This is about the evolution of your spiritual self, the way that you're leading people, the magnetism that is coming off of you. This is about mastery. This is about understanding with grace what it actually is like to live pretty privilege in its own entirety. And I'm saying this because I really do feel like this is the kind of like misfits of the feminine entities. And this is also the new generation of masculine entities. Like I really do feel like this energy is so beautiful, it's so balanced, it's so energetically attuned to the way that we are evolving as a collective conscience. So this is why you are traveling into something that is very much outside of yourself. And people are going to be very drawn to you. They're going to be drawn to you without reason. They're just going to show up, like they're not even going to like, it's really just written in the stars type energy. It's not something you could really explain. And even if they have their own personal experience, I think that's why there's this kind of like interesting energy of like, not even a dark night of a soul, like I was saying in part one. It really just feels like you experiencing life. And this is very imperative for your spiritual growth because of how spiritually attuned you are. Your gifts are so... There is nothing that can cap your gifts. And that's why the way that universe has been showing up has been for you to take the wheel. And so now it's almost like the roles have shifted a little bit at least, because the way that you've experienced your life has been through enjoyment. It has been through your like experience of excitement, the things that give you pleasure, and simultaneously facing the hard questions, the hard things that, maybe even you used to avoid. That's kind of the energy that I'm also getting. And you are learning to see things from this new perspective that you have tapped into. This perspective is correlated and connected to your perceptions evolving. So based on your senses, right? Like automatically, these are the things, this is the message, these are the like informations, the connotations, the perception that you are tapping into. These are your senses. And so the way that you have transformed that so you can view a different perspective has allowed the expansion of your own, of your own. Yeah, so I'm just going to pull a few more cards. Ooh. Like, what the fuck? I feel like there's a lot of fucking Playboy, baddie energy from this collective. It's like so fucking weird that I even said that phrase just before because I've never fucking said that. And I felt like it had to come through because you have a very Page of Cups, the Four of Cups. So initially I was like, oh, is the universe going to present something to you? Literally the fucking High Priestess, ruled by the moon, by the way. And that's also correlated to Cancer energy. And I feel like you've learned to come home to yourself. You learned to come home to yourself and not like get so caught up in the spiritual experience. You've learned to ground, but it's also very playful. And that's kind of what I'm getting from the Page of Cups is that when people kind of like, so there's this phrase in Korean, it's called tiki-taka. It pretty much just means like banter in English, but like I love saying it, so I'm going to say it anyway, so now you understand. But the tiki-taka that you have with others and the way that you bounce off of what is presented in front of you is really like, yes, is attractive and like, it's very like magnetic, but it really has shown you how to be a lot more lighter in life, how you are a lot lighter in life. And maybe you got parentified as a child. We have the 10 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. It feels like you have transmutated so much. And that's why you are going through this physical dimensional experience of evolution, of ascension. And it's interesting because your mental state has stabilized. And I was saying this in part one, it's like, it's not that you don't know this part of you, it's that you discovered this, you remembered this part of you. And so now it feels so new because the, like, almost like your assets are being like wielded and anointed. What's the word? Or passed on. You know, like when someone like uh receives something from succession, like from your ancestors or something, like you succeeded it. I guess that's the word, but it's really interesting because I feel like this is a level of success that it really, so it's funny because there's no pentacle energy here right now. And I really do feel like you've had to learn, because of, also very significant for this collective is that in past lives you've been put on a pedestal, you have been praised, you have been given like an abundance of privilege, really. And that's what you are now living, is that you understand your privilege in this lifetime. And it's beautiful because, you know, in this day and age that we live in, we are very well informed. We are capable of being well informed. And so that's kind of like your protective energy, is like, don't take in just any information or just so much information all the time. It is really, really important for this collective, okay? Like, if you take away one thing, if you've gotten to this point, this is extra confirmation. You just need to really listen to yourself without even saying anything. And I was saying this in part one on TikTok, your silence is sharpening your intuition, it's sharpening your clarity, it's allowing you to be so much more succinct with yourself. It's so much more succinct. You don't have the, like, you know, like, they just don't exist. The debilitations, the depression, the things that depress you, you know, like the repression, the aspect of hiding yourself. Like, all of these aspects of you have had to come to terms with the full circle, the cycle. And I really do feel like you've transformed yourself in such a beautiful way that the universe wants to bless you. Four of Cups, I'm really feeling that. I'm feeling the, like, astral planes just want to celebrate you because of the fact that you have gotten yourself to this point by making judgment calls that other people in your lineage never made consistently, especially because, like, even though there's no pentacle energy, it's interesting because I feel like you're so grounded in your sovereign self that this understanding had to come with your experience. And so I feel like as well, like, you have such a good relationship with your ego, and that, I don't even need to say anything about that because you already know. Oh my God, fuck. We have the Seven of Swords, the Two of Wands, yeah, and the Two of Cups. So, and the Wheel of Fortune is here. Sick. The Wheel of Fortune is here, ruled by Jupiter, and we have the Chariot, ruled by Cancer. So there's plentiful of fire and water energy here. And it's really interesting because with the Seven of Swords, Six of Swords, Four of Swords, there was this, like, lesson you learned about betraying others and betraying yourself. And you have stepped into now the realms of you being very much reciprocated. But it's not even just that. It doesn't stop there. That's why it's so great, is that you didn't even know that there's something more past reciprocity. Like, you raised your standards, of course, because you know, healed, you unconditioned, you even maybe went to therapy, like those kinds of, you had hard conversations. Like, those are the things that you implemented in your life so that you could step into this timeline. You did the work. And I know that people say this, but truly, you are still doing the work. Like, it doesn't stop there. And you know that. You're very aware of that. And I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is ruled by Jupiter, right? So this energy does have to do with you accessing wisdom, you accessing different realms of expansion, but also being so, like, what's the word? It feels like malleability, but it's because you're impressed upon by very pure positive energy, and it's just guiding you. Like, it feels like the astral planes, your guides, the spirit source, like, they all, like, even your ancestors, ascended masters are coming through, and they really want to guide you during this time. They want to be with you as you're experiencing these things. And I feel like you're learning to be a lot more attuned to what's actually conspiring, because let's just say, for example, like, you really want to manifest something very specific, right? But because it's not showing up, your focus of that intention is on that thing. And so now you've taken a step back. You've learned the law of detachment is so imperative with your manifestations. And now you can witness things that have those elements, even if it's not exactly that thing. You are now, thank you, confirmation, you are now preemptively experiencing your manifestation. That is why it grows exponentially, and you are going to experience something that is not just that. It's not going to be just that. Like, let's be so fucking for real. You have this quality within you where you can guide people because you're grounded. You want to guide people now because you are grounded. You're actually, even though I said that, I feel like for a lot of you guys, it's just you're recognizing certain aspects of yourself because you've healed so much. Now you're actualizing things that maybe you just never, like, maybe you didn't even like it. You didn't even agree with something that was along the lines of what you're now stepping into. Like, that's kind of the energy that I'm getting. And the way that you are now, like, accessing that expression, that presentation, even those purchases, like your lifestyles coming through with the Chariot card, ruled by Cancer. Fourth house element is also coming through as well. Fourth house is about your house, like you at home, you, the source of your roots, where you connect, what dies, what poisons you. And it's interesting because I feel like you've really addressed it. You've really addressed what exactly this poison is. Even if you couldn't like name it, that's okay because you're still figuring it out. And that's why you're always attentive of those things. And so now that you've taken away that attention from it, because you're not hyper vigilant about it, it's like literally you're so fucking locked in. It's like not even funny. You don't lock in where you are tunnel vision. You lock in where you don't even have a fucking blind spot anymore. That is literally what I'm getting. Because Seven of Swords with the Two of Wands, look at the way that this is, like, you don't even need to look back. You don't even need to look behind your back because you will sense it. One, you will sense it. You have all of these, like, I really feel like this is the energy. Two of Wands is like, you have people who are there, literally there just to protect you, just to warn you, just to guide you so that you could, find a safe route. And I say safety, but it's going to be uncomfortable because you're going to be on an adventure. It's a journey. You're literally being handed a quest without even knowing what the reward is, without even knowing that you accepted it, honestly, because it feels like a soul thing that your soul decided to choose. And so that's why for those of you who have been really not even just, bro, it's not even like you've been wanting to manifest a relationship. You have literally been craving this because it lives in you. It feels like it's so funny because I usually never get readings like this because like I just feel like it's kind of a thin line between being like appropriated in some manner, but it just feels so think of like the sexiest man or sexiest woman alive. But imagine they actually talk to you. Like that is you. Think about it. Because whenever you magnify that image, most of the time they don't even like say anything. It's just like this like visage. But in reality, it's you. And that is what I'm getting, is that you are not distracted by these earthly realm fucking temptations. It's a temptation because it tempts you. That is the experience. The temptation is the experience. And it's not something that you always need to participate in. Maybe you do. There's no need to have shame in that. And that's why people love being around you. They feel so safe. The Chariot card is really giving me that. Like, they are so drawn to you, even though you're a new person. You know what I mean? Like, let's say you're a new kid or you're a new person at the workplace or you're a new person in the community, the collective. It's like people didn't even know that they were waiting for you, but they were. Like, they didn't know that you were the one that they were waiting for, but it was you this whole time. And so when you came in, it just clicked. It just fucking clicked. You are just meant to be there. So maybe some of you guys as well have been really like manifesting and focusing on this energy that you've been feeling of being in rooms that you've never like thought you would be in. Maybe it's very outside of your career realm as well. And it's interesting, like I was saying before, there's like literally no fucking pentacle energy. This is all sourced through you, bro. Like this is all coming through you. So I'm gonna leave it at that. What a fucking lit ass reading. I changed the location because I felt like being close to the ground. So yeah, if you're new here, I'm Psyche Kai. If you'd like to book a personal, it's psychekai@gmail. But other than that, I do have the TikTok. It's Psyche_. nice, underscore, I like that, underscore Kai, and that's just where I mainly do my tarot readings. I just like TikTok, like the app, it's nice. But yeah, but let's go ahead and end that reading. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this for you, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye, collective.